Morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Hope you're well, and thanks as ever for joining me today. Now, if like me you did enjoy the Saturday nights watching those wannabes on the hit show created by Simon Cowell, X Factor, you did wonder exactly what would happen to the next series, if at all it would ever come back. Now, the official reason is simply this. As you know, the show had gone down in the ratings over the years. As I say, it used to have 15, 18 million viewers, and it did create some people that we will remember. The likes, of course, of people like Leona Lewis and, well, a one-time squeeze of Meghan Markle, or nearly. That was, of course, Matt Cardell. He apparently backed out on the date. More about that later. But what's interesting is the show didn't really, in the latter days, create any memorable characters. But what it was famous for, really, was the attacking of the wannabe contestants, the deluded, who felt they could entertain the nation. Now, as you know, ITV are an incredibly woke company, allegedly. That we know simply because earlier this year, their main TV breakfast presenter was, well, in a bit of a contra with the bosses of ITV after he remarked that he didn't believe anything that came out of Meghan Markle's mouth following that now infamous interview on ITV. And apparently then there was a phone call and he was either asked to apologise on air or, of course, he could leave. So he chose the latter. Now, the bigger problem, going back to the X Factor, and it's a sort of a link, if you like, is the bigger problem for the show like that is in this woke generation, you're not allowed to say to people, you're not good enough, you can't sing, you can't dance, you can't act, all of that sort of stuff. So Simon Cowell's a very clever man. He knows that that's really what the people like. These sort of acid judges like Sharon Osbourne, Louis Walsh, and the intermittent people like Danny Minogue, Nicole Scherzinger, people like that, you know, that added glamour and sparkle to the evening's entertainment. What they were looking to do, if they wanted to bring it back, was have a more caring, sharing X Factor. But of course Simon knew that this wouldn't work and didn't want even more egg on his face, so he politely declined the offer to reinvent his once hit show. And that's the real reason why the X Factor's been rested for 5 years, possibly never to return. Neil Sean in the heart of London.